Well, hello folks off YouTube. My name's Ian. Welcome to me channel. On this horrible, wet, sleety, cold day. Oh, the joys of scrapping. I can't work in the shed. There's just no room. I've been busy making wood burners. Seems I've got an order on for Christmas for 3. I've been at that. That's why I've been busy. But at the same time, I've got to do a yard run to make some space. Got some cast aluminium ready. And as you can see, it's been sleet, hailstorm, whichever. I picked up a load of HE9, clean extruded aluminium, but there was all in like 4 foot, 5 foot lengths. Well, you get much more money if you cut them into less than 2 foot lengths. So, set up a brolly, get the old chop saw out and chop it all down to less than 2 foot. And like I say, I've got to careful it. Well, after a video, well, after a emergency shutdown because my battery didn't have enough power, we've charged up, we've loaded up, we've not cleaned up. There's specks of aluminium all over the drive. The missus is not going to be happy. We've loaded up. And boy, have we loaded up. I think there's just room for me in here. Right, off to the anvil yard. There we go, and they're working away. I've got myself 2 bins, and I tell you what, it comes out easier than it does going in. Well, you get the gist. Well, I have never seen this place like this on a Friday afternoon. It's dead. I don't believe how I get all this lot in here, but I do. Oh, cast alley, HE9, household wire, mince pies from, and iron. Hello there, sir.
How are we doing? All right.
I'm doing fine. Nice to see you again. The trouble is, this big guy here tells me, he says they don't take alley on a Friday. So I said, if they don't take that, then I'm taking this. And that's a nice piece of solid copper, isn't it? Oh! What's he weigh, that, Ian?
I think it's 28 kilos.
28 kilo? Oh, see, I can't pick it up with one hand.
I'll weigh it.
What? Right, we'll wait. And he says 28. Look at that solid piece of copper. Oh, let's take this off then. 29 kilo. Wow. So if you don't take me alley, I'm taking that. Two-hander. He took it. Oh! A fine pair of knockers I've just seen. Oh, come on, what sort of knockers do you think I was talking about? I could have that for a shed, couldn't I? Oh. Oh. 8. Some nice stuff. Right, let's get wading. Oh, well, folks, well, it's well later. It's almost 8 p.m. in the evening now, so I shouldn't say that, should it? It's 8 p.m. or it's 8 in the evening. We're back. We've tidied up outside. We did a little call on the way back. It's a bit disappointing seeing that I've just gone to the scrapyard and then I picked up some bit of a shed clearance, some garden tools, well, and some rebar. Well, the rebar always will come in handy for projects, but I have to be very careful now that I don't fall over in the shed. It's nice and warm, that is too. Couple of lengths of rebar, so a couple of lengths of 20 milli rebar, 3/4 inch. Right, well, this is what we picked up. We picked a pry bar up, always comes in handy. A hoe. Everyone needs a hoe in the shed, don't they? I'll keep that. And then there was like some long-handled choppers. This thing, yeah, that's some kind of, it's got some writing on there. Tell you what, might just, well, you can see it's banded and riveted rather than a socket finish. We'll go in there in a minute, we'll just clear it up and see what it says on there. Rather cheaper edging shears. Oh, they have a name on. Wilco, very cheap make, but don't bite. And I've got that. Oh, and this. Oh, and then there's another a scraper on a pole type of thing. No, I don't know. And then this is a heavy bugger. Now you think it's a spade, or maybe it's a homemade tool. Oh, it's heavy. That is heavy. That is solid. That's like 6 mil. That's quarter inch plate. Might be worthwhile keeping that on its own. It's been a homemade edging something or other, but it's got a brass plaque on it. I can't read upside down. Let's do it that way. Where that's resting. Presented by Brian Jones, but it's brass, so no use to me. We'll chop the brass bit off and we'll just weigh that in. Let's go and see what the make was on that. As we walk past, we'll have a sneaky old speckled hen, of course. Ooh, what was that behind it? Oh, it's Coke. Yeah, of course it is. Listen, a little bit of 1960s rock. You know, memento. And we spent a couple of hours trying to make space in here too. We're getting way. I've got to weld that top of a fire chimney to that bottom of a chimney. Do that. I've got to clean my bench. So let's clean that up. Try and do this one-handed. Yeah, you're having a laugh. You can't do that one-handed. Well, you can just maybe jam that against there. Put that weight against the corner and pair of feet. It says Parker Diped. Well, seeing that there's a pair of feet, I would say it's biped. Oh, definitely biped. Park. Barnes. No, I'm going to go for Parker biped, and it's some kind of slashing tool. Everyone needs a slashing tool. I picked a bit of a slashing tool up the other day, actually. This is a stainless steel tub. Kind of a homemade kind of something or other. Anyway, that got cut off in there. So, okay, as for the weighing, well, I've left the ticket in the car, haven't I? Now, off the top of my head, I had cast alley, £1,040 a tonne. I had household at, can't remember what the household was. Singles, I'll tell you a tale about the singles in a minute. Singles were £3,400 a tonne. And then I weighed in the HE9, which was £1,400 a tonne. Fire bottles, shred, whatever, came at £150 a tonne. I can't remember the household. I only had a tiny amount anyway. Gone out my head. Probably round about £1,750 a tonne. Call it £1,800 a tonne. So, and singles. So if I get cable, singles, what does singles mean? We had a lively discussion in the Old Anvil yard. The guy weighed it, looked at it, he asked me what it was. I said, it's singles. He looked at it and he went, nah, this just looks like household cable with the sheath taken off. I said, well, obviously. It is, isn't it? That's double insulated. And when you take the outside sheath off, you've got the inner cores, which are single insulated. That's why it's called singles. But I'd left them all twined together. And he said, well, because they're twined together, we don't class them as singles. I said, so you really need me to untwine the wires when this going to just go through it in a hopper, which is going to chop it into little bits. But he explained it's where they were sending it to, and they was kind of using any excuse to knock them back. We weigh things into a scrapyard. We get knocked back on contamination. Not moi, because moi is a micro scrapper and I take delight in taking it down to the tiniest. But other people weigh things in, and it's got, I saw a perambulator, a buggy really, aluminium framed, and they left the plastic wheels on. I saw it all scrunched up and been compressed. I said, but what would you have paid for that? You know, Iron Alley, do you allow a little bit of waste on it? I go to a lot of trouble of making sure everything is totally clean. Totally. No screws, no rivets, no plastic. What he's saying, right, he's saying, we weigh it in. If you've got contamination on it, you've got glass in it, etc., etc., you get a knock back a bit. They weigh things in. If it's contaminated, they get knocked back a bit. And then whoever they sell it to, I don't know, ships it abroad to different countries to be melted down and made again into something else. And then we got talking about the government has classed plastic, which mainly is like sheathing on cable, plastic on motors, the little circuit boards that's on motors, they've classed it all as hazardous. So now they're only taking motors that are totally devoid. You only get motors if it's totally devoid of plastic and the circuit boards. So you take like a central heating pump in, you know, back end's plastic, this and that. No, got to be totally separated. Which doesn't affect me because I totally separate everything anyway. But that's the way the government's playing it. So, anyway. Look at that. Can you see the clock? It's 8:10. Time for me to pack in, finish my brew, make sure I don't fall over and skewer myself in here. And we'll catch you over the weekend because we've got other things to do. See you later, folks.